Okay, Shalom Akim. Kahalan Imla Yahal Bashim Yahshua Bashim Hakudash and double on Instagrams and apostles. Thought they Yahshua for giving me the strength in order to make this video as well. And Shalom once more Akim. And this video is pertaining to meditating terror, which obviously is really just having these thoughts of executing judgment, upon those jakes that are, trying to humiliate you, mock you, those jakes of the world really that I'm talking about, the ones that are ignorant of this truth, and also, getting vengeance upon Esau Edom, which is going to happen after Yahushua then is risen up again. Well, not risen up, because he's already risen up, but rather when he comes back again, when he arrives, that's when we're going to get our vengeance upon Esau, man. So really, when the scriptures say, which I will get the precepts soon, when the scriptures say meditate terror, this is really what it's referring to. Judgment, and then also vengeance upon Esau as well. And I think the scriptures talk about the fact that the vengeance is of the Most High. So in fact, let me actually try to get that. Vengeance is of the Most High or something. Let me just see it. If not, I'll just get the other one. Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, this one's looking good. Alright. Kanye, yeah, I'll get this one for sure. Alright, Khan. So Psalms 58 verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked man. So in the time to come, we're going to actually get down to business, man. Especially when the spiritual power comes as well. There's not going to be no waiting. Apart from, certain other people are going to have the salt with it. I remember when one of the brothers at camp, he mentioned about the fact that when he's gonna, the time, I think he had a little dream where when he got the spiritual power, then he was with the former group that he was with before the truth, which was the Jehovah Witnesses. That's what they called themselves. And then in the dream, he started to levitate, man. Before he started levitating, he was looking at them dead on in the eye with a very serious look. And then he started levitating just to let them know, what's that expression again? Yeah, you've entered shit. Yeah, that's the thing. I think something along those lines. You've entered shit. So that's basically the type of reaction that them Jehovah Witnesses are gonna have, because obviously he has his own teeth to pick with them, however that saying goes. But yeah, he has his own dealing to do with them Jehovah Witnesses, man, because them ones, they think they got it, but they ain't got it. They're far from it. Even in their own names, Jehovah Witnesses. Jehovah is not the name of the Most High, it's Yahweh. So they've already flopped just from the name of their group. But yeah, man, the point is, with the spiritual power, Akim are gonna deal with certain individuals that come up to mind, man. And really, the Most High is gonna be putting those thoughts within us in that time. Wherever we are in prison, as soon as that spiritual power, that glimmer is gonna be there, and then you just charge up. Just know, when the Most High puts certain individuals in our heads, of which you have wronged us very dearly, very wrongfully, then it's already a done deal with them, man. Death is coming, and of course, all these other thoughts. You know when you watch the movies where they may pierce, the guy pierces their fingers through someone's eyes. We're talking about them type of thoughts as well, but really, that's just a little thing. You got real sadistic thoughts, man. So let me research that definition of sadistic. I think sadistic is when you take pleasure in really someone else's pain, and the things will be rightfully so, because of the fact that we know that they've actually wronged us. So let me see this. The definition of sadistic. Sadistic. I know it's about like taking pleasure in a thing. They're actually in pain. Yeah, it says it here. It says definition of sadistic: deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. And of course, with all the pain that Akio need to endure through, staying silent, letting the fools take advantage of us, or not take it well. Really, in Esau's kingdom, that's really the way it is. And of course, they may make some sly remarks. You just have to brush it off, even though we may address them, but the pain is still there, man. And multiple things. So, of course, being sadistic is really the plan for the time being. The thoughts that which okay, I'm gonna have. So let me get this. So definition. Actually, let me get the Isaiah 33 verse 18. Right, because this is what those thoughts of terror are going to be based upon, man. Sadistic thoughts of which will give us pleasure because of the fact that we're gaining vengeance upon our enemies. Now, it says Isaiah 33 verse 18, thine heart, which is your mind, shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? So the point is, in our minds, we're going to be thinking about terror upon Esau, Edom, upon judgment upon Jake. Them ignorant ones, I think they're so smart and get so prideful against you. Anyways, let's see what the real word is for terror. So it says here,
Strong's H367. Amah.
Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew it's probably Amah. But anyways, let's see. It says, pretty much just said terror, dread. It says fright, fear, horror, terror, terrible. Yeah, it goes into all of that in terms of what terror means. So really, these type of thoughts are gonna be fearful for the heathens, of which they'll be executed upon. Because the way they say it all begins with a thought, and then when the action then begins, that's when reality hits. Where it all begins with a thought, man. And from there, that's where the results start to be produced. Because day by day, them actions are going to be executed. And when I say actions, really right now, preaching and teaching, and what else? Studying, then of course, then preaching and teaching. So then, after that phase, when the spiritual power then comes, then the execution of terror will then begin. Because certain arguments are going to have that spiritual power. Yaratazar, I'll be worthy, you be worthy, that we'll go get in that time to come, whatever position we may be in, whether roaming around the earth, wherever city you may be in, roaming around, and whether it be prison as well, Yaratazar will get, and we start executing judgment, man. As the scriptures say that we're judges as well, man. So, let me get another precept. And why, well, pretty much I've already mentioned it, but why we actually meditate terror is really because of all the locked up pain and frustration, the ability not to do anything apart from just continue the works. At times, I remember when one of the brothers also said Jake wants to lash out, man. That frustration and pain is there. The ability to just want to destroy things, but of course that's when controlled aggression is needed. You can go to the gym, box it out, wherever, boxing session, maybe if you're into athletics, go for a run, you feel good after, just let that energy out through a controlled manner for the meantime, just to manage it. And when the time comes where we'll be able to actually execute the thoughts that we do have upon these heathens and Jake, then the Most High will obviously direct us properly in that time to come. The Rock Harakha Kodash, which means through the Holy Spirit. Anyways, let's see. I think it was either in wisdom or what is it? Let me actually try to get wisdom. Yeah, I'll probably get wisdom 1. Man, because of course Akim having thoughts on meditating terror, man. Especially when these heathens also triggers as well. Because we start thinking, who actually are you? Because as the scriptures say, they're regarded as spittle. As the scriptures are saying that, we also think the same, you know. Because of course, it all depends on what programming you want it within your head, man. Those of the world, they got the programming of the world. Those within this truth, they got the programming of the scriptures. Which whatever programming you do have, which is obviously based off the Most High as well, then that programming will also affect the decisions you make. Because of course, the fear of the Most High will also make you think, okay, will the Most High be good with this? Would he be alright? And then yeah, to see whether you're actually walking in true wisdom. So yeah, it just depends on the programming, man. But really, again, it's the Most High's will. And the Aratazar, your programming is from the scriptures. Now, so Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. Yeah, it says here, love righteousness. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with the Lord Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. So of course, it's our duty right here. It mentions here that as judges of the earth, obviously we've got to seek Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai first and foremost. And then, we've got to love righteousness, man, which is really listening to him, obeying the Most High, doing what we can, to please him, Yahweh Yahushai. So of course, it says there, man, it says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. I think there's one in Psalms 2 as well. Let's see. I know that I remember reading one in Psalms 2. Probably that would fact that with kings as well and judges. So it says, let's see. Yeah, so lucky. I'm just trying to read so that I can get the context right. Okay, calm. So yeah, it's pretty much from verse about I'll read from verse 6 and then probably end about verse 10. So yeah. So Psalms 2 verse 6, yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh hath said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Verse 8, ox of me I shall give thee Psalms 2 verse 8, ox of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So of course, as Yahushua has given the inheritance of the heathen, he will also grant us permission to also break the heathens with a rod of iron and dash them as pieces of like a potter's vessel, man. Which again, they're as spittle, man. So they're going to be used as tools to build our farms, to build our houses and palaces, to build whatever we intend for them to build, and to really serve us and do what we tell them to do as commanders. So verse 10, so it says, be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. So of course that's another one saying right there that we're judges of the earth right now, man. But obviously, currently right now in the position that we're in, we're not judges, but inwardly, you know, through the Spirit, we know we are the judges, we are the kings upon this earth, man. And of course, when Yahweh Shai, the ultimate king of kings, is going to be set up, that's when all the other kings under Yahweh Shai are then going to be set up as well. All the other rulers and judges. So that's that right there, man. That's why, you know, when we get our last laugh, it's going to be a good, loud last laugh. That's the key part. Because we ain't going to be in this weak position, lowly position forever, where we have to let people just get away with things, you know, just lock up the frustration. Of course, yeah, you know, we try to channel it every now and then, but you know, the triggers are there when the heathens say specific things, you know. But yeah, as I said before, man, this lesson is about meditating upon terror, man. Why we would do it, and understanding why we do meditate upon terror in our minds. And we're well justified, man. Now let me get Revelation 13 verse 10. We are well justified. All we need to do is keep working and be patient until Yahushua, you know, lets us loose as you know, like a beast waiting to be unleashed upon the world, man. You know, like Leviathan. I think, you know, he's still under the ocean, you know, doing this thing, waiting for the Most High's command before, you know, wreaking havoc. It's like us as well. How much more us as well, man? The ones who are actually, you know, judges of the earth. Psalms 82 verse 6 says, "Ye are gods." So of course, how much more the hidden powers, you know, Yahweh will be the first fruits in that time to come, man. When the chains are then cut off, that spiritual power, man, is going to be something to behold that the world's going to behold. I don't know how Esau's going to spread the news within that day during Jacob's trouble, but damn, maybe people might be aware of it somehow. They will be aware of it, really. Which, of course, you know, it's all for the Most High's sake, man, to make Him known. And at that time, you're going to be hearing Yahweh Hashem Yahushai a lot, everywhere. Even the lowly places, the lowest of the lowest. I mean, Jacob's trouble, everywhere's going to be lowly, man, honestly. But yeah, you're going to be hearing Yahweh Yahushai everywhere. And all these idols, you know, pertaining to Christianity, pertaining to Islam, with all them false names, they're going to be destroyed, man. It's going to come to the point, yeah, where if a brother has spiritual power and he hears that name from an individual, let's say they're having any form of devotion, they'll probably get slit in the throat. Straight up right there. Either that, or we're going to inflict some pain, as I said, you know, thumbs to the eyes. You know, them things that you just see in the movies, that John Wick or something, or, you know, what is it? Them agent type movies, man. But yeah, where they're fighting and then the guy's brutal, he just puts his thumbs in the eyes, man. But that's just one thought anyways, because, you know, you get that from the movies, but there are many other thoughts, man. You know, making like your hand into a dagger, your 5 fingers into metal sharp daggers, and piercing Esau in his rib cage. I'm probably even learning how to meditate terror at this point. But, you know, in the time to come, Yahweh Shem Yashai will put those thoughts, you know. I mean, actually, they're happening right now. But anyways, in the time to come, Yahweh Tazar, it will be fulfilled, man. And Yahweh Tazar, we do have the power, man. And that's, oh yeah, I've been, you know, talking, but I wasn't even talking about this image. This image is from the movie called Lazarus, which obviously is spiritual that they named it that. You know, Lazarus, I think the name is just called Lazarus, man. It's not Lazarus Project. It's just called Lazarus. This movie, I think, was a trailer for 2021 or something. Yeah, man. I remember when the brothers used to do that. You know, that spiritual. Well, not used to. He still does it now. I think it's Manatazak Banyaman. He does them. There's also Aisha Yah doing them spiritual power videos. You know, 7 women to 1 man. Basic motivational videos for Akim, you know, to keep going. And for new brothers, read as well, because, you know, when I was new to the truth as well, them videos were beautiful, man. Honestly. Just helped me to keep going. But yeah, the point is, you know, spiritual power, the Lazarus Project, you know, it's just a Jake. He pretty much got superpowers, man. And, you know, they tried to kill him, but he revived. They tried to kill him, but he revived. So that was one of his abilities. There's this smoke effect that he had as well. I haven't watched the movie. I'm just talking from the trailer, man. There was this smoke effect. He had super strength too. But yeah, this is just a low level thing, man. You're gonna be seeing Arkham fly, run as sparks, you know, as Wisdom says in Wisdom 3. You know, so all sorts of things even not mentioned of the scriptures, man. As Yahushua said, greater works shall ye do. So, you know, there's healing. You know, you got that part of the spiritual power. Then you got the terrible part, you know, from of the spiritual power, such as I said, I mean, you know, look, meditating terror already reflects the type of things we're gonna do with that spiritual power, man. You're gonna see Arkham levitate, you're gonna start seeing Arkham shapeshift, pausing time, using ice as abilities. I might even make another video on spiritual power again, man. Start listing all sorts of abilities. There's like gyrokinesis. I think that's the ability to either gyro or gravikinesis. That's the ability to control gravity. And, you know, you got magneto as well. Ability to control metal or magnets. There's so many abilities out there, man. But anyways, so that's really the point. Let me read Revelation 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. See? It says here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Just the fact that we know that Esau is not going to get away with all the suffering, pain, and affliction, nor the heathens that they've inflicted upon us, man. They will not get away with it. And Revelation 13 and 10 is what gives us hope as well. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Why we're so patient. Why we have faith to keep going as well, man. So let's see. You know, in Revelation 2 verse 9, where we're going to be cast into prison, certain times, that's when you may get that spiritual power. When you're just about to die, you may get the spiritual power. Or even if you do die, Yahweh Shemashah could put your spirit back in that body, revive the body, and then, you know, you're off like a flipping beast, man. Unleashed. Like a spirit of vengeance. Imagine that. Because Arkham are going to be brutal and ruthless when that moment comes, man. We ain't going to be ready to talk with no one. It's just going to be, right, choose this. It's either you're with me or you're going to die. That's the thing. It's either you're with us or you're going to die. Whichever way I choose for you to die, you're going to die nevertheless. And ideally, we may just skip to the part of death anyways, because heathens aren't going to be down with us, you know. But anyways, man, that's the point. Let's see if I got any more precepts. Yeah, let me get Ecclesiastes as well. Let me get Ecclesiastes. Okay, cool. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. It says, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So the key part I want to get from this is surely an oppression maketh a wise man mad. Of course, the oppression from having to deal with those of which are ignorant in this truth, and the oppression of heathens as well, maybe at the workplace or school or something. Oppression from really just having to really live in this world, man. You know, with all I remember this morning when I was in the balcony, man, you know, just inhaling the air. The air was not clean today, man. I mean, when is it ever clean, really? Well, you know, certain days it's more manageable, but, you know, other days it's hideous, as people would say. But yeah, surely this is all oppression that surrounds us, man. That's why, you know, certain Arkham may be wary at times, but, you know, the scriptures say we're going to get through it, man. If we faint not, that's Galatians 9. I mean, Galatians 6 verse 9, around there. Let me get that again. Galatians 6 verse 9 or 10, whichever one it is. Okay, let me search it up again. Galatians 6 verse 9. So it says, Galatians 6 verse 9, let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap. If we faint not. So of course we have to keep going. We're gonna see the benefits in the time to come, and we're gonna see the ability to use spiritual power and escape whatever prison that we're in, or to save other brothers that may be in prison, man. Imagine there's going to be several multiple scenarios of which Arkham are going to be saved through, man. Whether it be an angel, it could be your spiritual power, that Yahweh Bashim Yashai bestows upon you. It could be another brother that that has saved you. It could be another brother from another country, man. Because with spiritual power, there's no limitation to travel. You can just teleport or run super fast, lightning speed, and teleport right there, like for those of you who may watch The Flash, there's this thing called Speed Force, which is when you run super fast, you create a portal which allows you to teleport. That may be one method a brother wants to use to save you. It could be a brother from the UK trying to save a brother from Germany, a brother from Holland trying to save a brother in America. Different things, man. Different things, different scenarios. But yeah, so we have a lot to really hope for as well, man. We have a lot to hope for. So don't think Esau's gonna just get away with his behavior of pride. He's gonna be humbled for real. Obadiah 1 talks about that. But yeah, let me see what else. Yeah, I feel speaking of Obadiah, that's really the wrap up now. I don't know, I'll probably close it out. So Obadiah 1. Obadiah chapter 1. I'm just trying to get the right verse. Okay, verse 10. So Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So the reason, again, why we read and meditate terror is for all the violence that Esau's executed upon us. Right now, this day and age is not just violence, but rather humiliation as well. And, these sly comments he may try to do. And not just Esau as well. There's still Ishmael as well. I got my own flipping dealing to have with Ishmael personally. But anyways, each brother got their own dealing with a certain heathen or Edomite out there, man. Or rather community, especially for me, is really the Catholic Church that I got from. The amount of rage that's going to be unleashed from brothers, man, it's going to be unreal. The amount of pure, raw rage. But yeah, man, as Akia said before, man, brothers need to lash out eventually, man. But yeah, Yaratazar, we keep going, we keep a stable mind for the time being until Yahushua then says, all right, time to unleash. Because we're going to be his weapons of war as well, man. We're going to be his tools of war. We're going to be, because, as Yahweh Shem Yashai grants us spiritual power from above, of course he's going to put thoughts within us in order to tell us, okay, go here, go there, destroy this, heal this person, get this person, and then literally the spirit's going to be guiding you 100%, man. Oh, I mean, obviously we're still going to be in the flesh, but the thing is, the portion of the spirit is going to be way higher than we have right now. So, yeah, so that's Obadiah 1 verse 10. Obadiah 1 verse 18 now. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. And that's the point. There ain't gonna be no Edomite in our kingdom after there's 1,000 years, man. No, not one. You ain't gonna have no escape. Imagine, man, you got some flipping Edomite in the, I don't know, in the like the corners of the mountains or something, thinking that he can actually escape. Then Arkham are just rounding up all the Edomites, casting them into the fire, man, into the pit. That's gonna be funny to see, man. To watch it back as well. My gosh, it's gonna be funny. But anyways, see Edomites run, yet they have no flipping hope of being saved. Clock that, man. They're gonna be flipping burned up, and then Esau will be done away with. There's gonna be some peace, finally. Well, really, there's gonna be peace as soon as we enter the kingdom anyways, but when I say peace, really, not having to think about Esau existing anymore. Edomites existing anymore. So where's this root word of stubble? Because I was referring to Obadiah 1 verse 18 just now. It says stubble, chaff, straw, something you can burn really, because straw you can burn it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Esau's gonna be a stubble, and house of Jacob, house of Joseph, they're gonna be as a fire and a flame. So we're the ones who are actually gonna burn up Esau, man. Because it makes sense. Esau being referred as a stubble, as chaff or straw, chaff, you can burn them. And us being fire, we're going to burn them. That's why it says later on in Obadiah 1 verse 18, we're going to devour them until they're completely cut off. And yeah, man. But anyways, Akim, Yaratazar, you understood what I said. And yeah, we'll keep going, man. But really, that's really the reason why I'll keep meditating upon terror, man. These horrible thoughts of being able to just look. I mean, I don't want to risk this video being taken down anyways, but I can understand what I'm trying to say, man. Different things, horrible things that we're gonna do to Edomites, man, and judgment upon flipping Jake in that day as well. I remember when Apostle Tahar said that he's going to jump over the heathens just to get to Jake, and it makes sense, man. Judgment starts from the household of the Most High, which is Israel. So anyways, I'm gonna end it off there. Yeah, so Halalim La Yahal Bashim Yahshab Bashim Hakudash and double on Instagram and apostles. I thought Yahshab for giving me the strength once more to make this video, man. That power's gonna be lovely. Rage.